Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. I'm so excited for today's video. So it's Tuesday. On Tuesdays, I try to test my palate, do something outside the norm, do a mystery beer, coffee, whatever. And this is something I've wanted to do for a long time, and it just couldn't. This could not be more perfect. So I did the unboxing, courtesy of Woodland Farms, and thank you guys, or Woodland Farm Brewery. Thank you guys so much again for the beer and the bourbon. So when I did the unboxing, I didn't even notice this was in the box. I DM'd him, to say thank you, I appreciate it. I can't wait to try all 6 of these beers you sent. He's like, I hope that this bottle makes sense. I was like, oh, I didn't even see that. I'll have to go back to the box and see. So and I knew about this beer, and I knew this beer had been aged in the barrel that this was in, but I didn't realize this was in the box. Anyway, so I'll start with the beer, I guess. So it's Bourbon Rugged Individualism. It's an Imperial Oatmeal Stout, 11.5% ABV. And then it says on the side, an Imperial Oatmeal Stout aged 18 months in a house pick black button distilling bourbon barrel. Barrel number 1598. So I've had stuff from that distillery. I talked about that in the unboxing video. I've had a gin from them. Pretty sure the gin used hops in it that I had. I've had a few other things from them as well. Good stuff, But here's what's up with this. So this is single barrel cask strength straight bourbon. And again, it has the same number, 1598, bottled exclusively for the brewery. So the distillery, so basically Keith from the brewery, I think he picked the barrel. He's like, no, I like the taste of this one. So the back, I'll read the back. If you're not interested, just fast forward. There are a few things we enjoy more in life than walking through the warehouse seeking the rare barrels that stand out among the rest and exceed expectations for what a fine bourbon should be. This bottle you hold in your hand has spent years aging in one single hand charred new American oak barrel before being bottled without chill filtration at cask strength to allow you a rare, full-bodied, straight from the barrel experience we know you'll enjoy. With a heady aroma of oak and rich notes of vanilla and smooth caramel, this bourbon is one to savor. And let's see, anything I should say here. Barrel used to age this beer, yep. Yeah, okay, so what he wrote with the painter's tape is the same. So I have wanted to, do a barrel-aged beer that was in a single kind of barrel and then also drink the spirit with it. And do the spirit first, get those flavor profiles down, and then try the beer, So again, I could not be more excited for this. Maybe I'll just move that here. All right, so let's get into the bourbon first, like I said. So nice, rich, like coppery kind of color, a little bit of yellow even in there. Definitely, leaving some legs. I don't know the strength of it. I don't know if it says, did I miss it on here? 116 proof. So there was something different or something worthwhile on the painter's tape. All right, let's get into the aroma. My mind goes to, it smells really good. It's not exactly this, but like a walnut forward banana bread. With definitely like baking spices in it. So you get that baked goods thing for sure with those, typical baking spices without it being like, it doesn't smell straight up cinnamon or nutmeg or whatever, but like that's the closest thing to it for sure. And I'm not even saying it smells banana-y. I'm just trying to think of like what specific baked good would have a little bit of that nutty thing that I'm getting the aroma. I agree 100% with them. There is a huge caramel note to it. I definitely get some vanilla as well. But like for me, I don't know how you smell this and you don't say caramel. Like it is that strong. Or caramel, depending on how you pronounce it and say it. There is, some of that alcoholic, heat when I smell it, but it's not too much at all. You saw I poured it ahead of time. I like to, give it a chance to open up, but I have not tried it yet. Maybe even a quick zest of an orange. Man, it smells great. Let's get into the taste of this. Cheers. I'm just so excited. I'm like tripping over my words. That's nice. Man, that's good. you can find such good stuff local, you know. I mean, these guys are a few hours away from me, but, you know, relatively local New York State stuff. Man, that is nice. Like the aroma, the caramel for sure for me is there. I get vanilla, so I agree with those notes. But I do get that baked goods, you know, baking spices thing for sure. And the caramel, it's not like it's that thing, but there's other caramelized notes, you know. So it's not just, you know, caramel sauce you'd put on ice cream or something. There's more depth to it than that makes it seem, you know. So I just want to make sure I hit that. Slight cocoa note, toffee. And maybe, what's that thing that's in Earl Grey tea that kind of gives its distinct flavor? It's that thing. All right. I feel good about that. I should have brought some water down, but if I need a couple sips of this to really be able to differentiate, so be it. Yeah, I'm super excited because I have tomorrow off, so I'm like, I'm gonna totally, you know, get into this double-digit stout and some bourbon. All right. So that's pretty darn dark. You know, it's black, a little bit of brown in there, but that's definitely a darker beer. The head, what do you think that is? About half a finger. It's pretty compact, except on top where it does get a little soapy, or sudsy, I should say. But it's not white, so it doesn't actually look like suds. Almost like nitro tiny in spots. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Some legs, some lacing. That has a nice amount of head for, you know, man, that's nice. Let's be honest. Come on, guys. That's a beautiful looking beer. Let's get into the aroma. Nice chocolate for sure. Definitely some caramel. You know what's interesting? I get a decent amount of vanilla in that. And yeah, I got vanilla in here also, but like this smells more vanilla-y than I thought it would based on this. So that's kind of just, again, like these Tuesday videos trying to like learn about the process, learn, you know, if I do a coffee, for example, maybe if I have a coffee note in a beer, I can be more specific about that coffee note, having, you know, done coffee reviews, just as an example, right? So like this is a good learning curve for me because I get vanilla in there, but when I smell this one, I get even more vanilla. So I guess, you know, the oak and all that is definitely kicking that out into this beer. Man, that chocolate thing is nice. There's another very familiar, I get some caramel. Oh, I know. It's not overly sweet smelling, but it does have some like chocolate candy bar kind of vibes. You almost get the way the like it's not marshmallow vanilla, but almost like a nougat. What is it? How do you pronounce it? Is it nougat? It's like a little bit of that thing. Nougat. A little bit of that thing. You get the caramel, you get the chocolate notes. I don't really get anything nutty. It's not like Snickers. What's that? Three Musketeers maybe? It's kind of like that, but, you know, the elevated, classy beer form. But yeah, there's something else that's super familiar. A slight umami note. That's the thing. I can't be more specific. Man, that smells really good too. All right, see about the taste. Cheers. That's good. That's nice. Let me do one more sip just to kind of, you know, have that out of the palate or off the palate and just make sure I'm just tasting this. All right, so right off the bat, the oats, that's another thing that was in the aroma, which is so stupid. It does have like a little bit of that oatmeal-y thing as well. Comes through in the taste. The chocolate's nice, the vanilla's nice. You do get some of like the bourbon and the oak, so like the barrel comes through. And what was it? It was 18 months? Is that what it said? 18 months, you know, definitely is pulling that. I think chocolate's the star of the show, though, you know? Wow. There's a little... Okay, so somewhere between the baked goods banana walnutty bread I was talking about here and a darker like rye-ish, like rye bread kind of a thing, like somewhere towards the middle of those two things is how it hits in here. So definitely I think pulling some of that like baking spice breadiness that way, because it's not just brown bread like I would think like rye or something. So there's a little more, again, this is just like in real time I'm processing what's similar, what's like surprising, what's different, and that's definitely one of them. Let's go back and forth. That is a fun caramel note. Wow, I really like that. And again, the complexity of the caramel note, it is really just, I like that. That's cool. Even with that still on my palate quite a bit, the chocolate shines, and it kind of hits like one of those, like there's enough chocolate coming through where it kind of hits like one of those liquor-filled chocolates, you know, which is cool. Man, this is a really cool experience. Slight dark berry notes on that sip, like a very concentrated blueberry, and some little bit of date, figs. Man, this is tasty too. I just, as someone who loves it, it's funny because, and I said this in other videos, you know, people call me the vanilla police because I'm always like, I wish there was more vanilla, you know, in this beer that has vanilla in it, or a beer that's barrel aged that can kick out vanilla. But chocolate is my jam. Like in real life, I never go for vanilla ice cream. It's always a chocolate based ice cream, or if it is a vanilla based ice cream, there's a lot of like chunks of chocolate stuff in it, chocolate swirl, like something. So, or like I want chocolate cake, chocolate glazed donut, like whatever, chocolate donut. I love chocolate. And that's why I keep harping on it. It's just I can't get over how much chocolate I'm getting out of it. I'm starting to repeat myself, which I think means it's time to wrap it up. But I just want to make sure I'm doing both beverages, you know, the respect that they deserve. This is such a cool experience. I am over the moon happy and excited I got to do this. And the fact that both products are really tasty is awesome. It's a really nice bourbon. And again, the complexity of the caramel note is what shines for me here. A lot of other stuff going on, which is also super pleasant. But it's just cool to get that specific note that's very common for me. It's an easy descriptor to pick out, in my opinion. But the fact that there's depth and complexity, usually it's caramel, period, to me. So that's really cool. And this taking me a second to kind of get the oatmealness of it, and then realizing, oh, that's an aspect for sure that you're tasting. What I am and I'm not getting from the barrel, which is in the spirit, which is cool to see. And then, yeah, just this surprise of how chocolatey it is. I'm here for it. This is awesome. I could not be happier to have done this today, and I hope it comes across in this review how happy I am. This is awesome. So thank you again, Keith. I really appreciate it. If you guys had anything from Black Button Distilling, is it distillery or distilling company? We'll make sure I get their name right. Distilling and Woodland Farm Brewery. If you had anything from either of these places, if you had either of these specifically, anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers.